character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Still slugging it out here. That drive impact doesn't get through. Gets the counter hit throw. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. That drive impact is blocked. Where's their opening? Decides to make smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks him with the boom. They're not afraid to let the overdrive arc fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive lead. This is a very precarious situation. Just goes for it at this range. Looking for a chance. Goes for the jump in. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Sonic boom. Oh, they're in the overhead. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Hits them with a stop and pop. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Turns out. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Okay, here we go. This can lead to some big damage. What are they gonna do? Pokes with a kick. Boom! Oh my God, they just choked it up. Oh, here we go. A real test of nerves here. Just goes from the projectile hit. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Hits him with a stop and bop. Checks him with the boom. Somersault kick stops him cold. Player 2 has the life advantage. Can they exploit this advantage? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Goes for the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Throws them to negate the block. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Knockdown. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Burnout is triggered. They couldn't shake the projectile. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Blocks the low heavy. Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jump? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. What'll happen here? Player 1 has the chance to, ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter.
comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Overdrive. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it brings out the super art. How is this going to work out for them? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Down to the wire. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Knockdown and closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. In there! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Opts to create space to start. Sneaks in above. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Hits them with a stop and pop. Uses their drive from experiencing burnout. Going in. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Blocks the impact. Looking for a chance. Burnout activates. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Good somersault kick. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Medium hits him with a stop and pop. Noticeable life lead is a KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Adds a bit of OD spice there. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. And whiffs! They're wide open! Handle with care. You can't drop drive attacks. Full SA meters on deck, sets up with the jump in. What's next? Player 2 is in a bit, tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Taking chunks out of each other here. Amazing! Yo! Critical art now? They are in a closes it out! Player 1 faced a giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Let's get this mission started. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 1 turned this right around with that super. Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. They need to rely on their instincts here. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone's gotta act. Takes in the throw. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Bops him with a target combo. Knockdown. Doesn't miss a beat. Keeps fighting ahead even with a depleted drive gauge. Oh, says no to the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Going in, experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. They push and eats it. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Amazing! Draw super art incoming. Player 2 can't use any, doesn't set the throw. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Let's get this round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Moves performed off a drive rush get extra plus range, making for a potentially high return. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Shoots off a fireball up close. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Hits him with his free flow. Takes a trip. Player 2 will look to apply gas. Drive impact for the win. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shreds them with a sonic hurricane. Nice damage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Hits them with a stop and hop. This is gonna be bad news. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge strength. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Getting tipsy with springs forward with the drive rush. Drink level maxed up, betting it all on the drive rush. Some quick drive rush to keep it going. Looking for a chance. Uses the gauge for a super art. Come on. Player 2 faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hits him with a stop and pop. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? What are these fighters thinking now? Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. They trade hits, and now the move whiffs and they get nailed with a punch counter. Solid combo. Oh! What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? It digs in deep to get that drive impact. Punishes there with the drive impact. Really laying on the pressure. Drink level maxed out. Hits him with a stop and bop. Player ends the meter, hoping for a good return. The Getsuga Saiho hits. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. What'll happen? Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Their drive gauges are looking bare. Drink level 4 and now a full house to play with. Burnout activates. Good somersault kick. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Are we gonna see a comeback here? KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Sonic Boom! The super armor does its job. The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Trips him up. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Knockdown. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a trip. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Absorbs the attack and fires back. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super arm. Goes in on the impact for nothing. You do not want to whiff an impact. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Shreds them with a Sonic Hurricane. Nice damage. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Amazing. Taking huge chance at the wall.
This is our destiny.
Getsuga Saiho connects. He's gonna show all those OGs that there's a new player in town. Player 1, what a finish! Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Absorbs the attack and fires back. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Impacts a no-go. What's the play here? The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Down to the wire. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a driving. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Did well to get the buff in there. Decides to buff up while they can. Oh! Hits them with a stop and bop. The fighters continue to check and add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Can they keep on him? Drink level Mac delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Their spacing is so on point right now. Ooh. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to impress. This super uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Big super arcade. The drive impact doesn't work. Get carried to the corner. In there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Hope you're ready. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Shows the overhead. Nothing but air for the impact. Nails the anti-air. Impacts a no-go. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Long, low attack hits. Knife lead opens up. They are not afraid to let the overdrive arc fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. Shows the medium kick. Burnout activates. Player 2 KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Check hits him with a stop and bop. Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage on them. Shreds them with a Sonic Hurricane. Nice damage. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Knockout springs forward with the drive rush. This is a turning point. Love tap to close it. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Barely blocks the jump in. Hits him with a stop and bop. Somersault kick. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Pokes with a kick. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Solid anti-air. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with her. What's this Shikuhano gonna do? What's next? Both absolute adds a bit of OD spice there. A real test of nerves here. Knocked them out of the air. Medium kick. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Imposes their will spectacularly for the win. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. What an opening statement there. Big throw. Jumps.
This is my chance.
Overdrive Hadouken. Grabs him. Taking stock. Will that drive impact get punished? Takes a trip. Combo with the target combo. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Knockdown. Down to the wire. This is gonna be bad news. Brings out the super art. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. Somersault kick. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Looks like they both relied a lot on their drive up. Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Oh, now that is a punish. You've got a perfect execution with the anti-air. Presses for a reaction with the fire. Into Hadouken. What were they thinking? We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. Who's gonna take it? Here comes the corner pressure. Denies the jump in attempt. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Whiffing a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Down to the wire. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 needs to deal with this run, takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room? Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Just out of range for that throw. That drive impact doesn't get through. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Somersault kick. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters planning something? Uses their drive gauge. Going on the offensive? Throws them. A quick breather. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Puts them down with the hurricane. And it is up. Brushes that off and keeps going. Drives it back, misses. Player 1. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Amazing. Player 2 with the rhythm anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one. It's perfectly executed. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Hits with the overhead. Holds out with the block. Still slugging it out here. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Knockdown. Left off a projectile to waste time. From up above. That last attack took some courage. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Somersault kick. Pokes with a medium kick. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters planning something? This is gonna be bad news. They're thinking of scoring big off this overhead attack. Overhead, rough tap to close it. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Zones with the fireman. Jump, reads the jump in perfectly. Connects with the throw. Drives it back, misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player 1 tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Impact counter! Oh, that's so sick. All in with a rush. Catches them in the crossfire. Bringing the best of style together for one lethal move. They're in range. Turns out. Both sides getting ready. A real test of nerves here. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Hits the drive. Breaks those shins. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 chases them down. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Overdrive Hadouken. Checks him with the boom. Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Still slugging it out at this range. Solid anti-air. Blocks the low kick. Walls flat into the guard break. Okay, here and whiffs. They're wide open. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Hits the drive. The last round. It's now or never. Meets them air to air. Low heavy. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. With the low. Amazing overhead, but it won't work. Player 2 needs the low kick hit. Drive impact misses. Solid anti-air. Player 2 isn't baits out the low kick. What are they gonna do? Nice fireball. Boom! Awesome! Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They're laying into each other. Throws them to negate the block. Was well in range to score the throw. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Knockdown. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Where's their opening? They couldn't shake the projectile. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Just goes for it at this range. Checks with a medium kick. Somersault kick. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Looking for a chance. Shows the medium kick. What'll happen here? Player 2 can't use anything, experiencing burnout. Overdrive Hadouken. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see with the low kick hits. Pokes with a medium kick. Connects with the throw. It blocks the low kick. What are they gonna do? One player is in burnout. Oh, yo! Raw super hit! They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Raw super art incoming. Shifts them for the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts and hits the drive. This is it. Nothing stops this train. Uses the gauge for a super art. Drops the gloves. Here comes the super. The jump in is denied. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. What now? And whip. They're wide open. Player 1, solid anti-air. This is the time to believe in your... There's a burnout. Leans on the flash kick to get them out of a jam. Dangerous range here. Oh, kisses the fireball. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Parries the attack. Heading into the ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Oh, will this early super art hits him with a stop and pop? Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 can't use any drive impact misses. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh, here we go. Can this drive bring them back? What are they gonna charges up the plasma? One, the low block. They're so across them hard. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Oh my, closes it out. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Long low attack hits. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Jump in finds the mark. The big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Brushes off the impact. Projectile to try and change the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very critical point of the match with blocking that drive in there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Can they keep on them? Experiencing burnout. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 1 has an empty drive beam. This is a very precarious situation. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. A super art? They were expecting that drive impact. Both fighters turned in there. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Spends a little drive gauge here to go on the offensive. Burnout is triggered. What are they thinking here? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Punishes that ill-timed attack with heats it up with a combo into super. All right, what takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 can't use burnout activates. Player 2 has completely used all of the drive. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Immediate jump in. Sonic boom. Shows the medium kick. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Brushes that off and keeps going. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 1 will need experiencing burnout. Knockdown and player 1 anti-air in the clutch. Overhead attack. Jumps it, reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2, how did they anticipate that jump in? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Crowns them from above. Solid anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Excellent read. Make smart use of the game. Will this super art do anything? Okay, he charges up the plasma. A real test of raw super art incoming. Set closes it out. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Shows the medium kick. Overhead. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. A drive impact. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Grabs him. Taking stock. In a dire situation. They can't heats it up with a combo into super. A quick breather. Player 2 must be feeling good after that super. But they gotta keep up. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. While experiencing burnout. To come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Superb reactions on display. Who's going to start things off? Poke with a medium kick. Somersault kick. Player 2 chases them down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Not close enough for the throw. Wrapping it out up. Look, they're going for the super art. Both fighters planning some. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. The impact squat. Gotta do better than that. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hits them with a stopping body. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Stands firm and blocks the driving. Forcefully closes the gap. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Checks them with the boom. Got their eye on the air. In there! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Drive boosted Hadouken. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Shows the medium kick, gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Jumps up. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Looks to drop them to earth. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running. The drive impact doesn't work. Throws them. A quick breather. Are we gonna see a comeback here? You've gotta be turned. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? The impact doesn't do anything. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Oh, here he connects with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Throws them. Both looks to take the win here. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. What's this Kitsu Hado gonna do? Stuff him. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Burns out. Amazing. Overhead attack. Both. I called it. I called it. Okay, he charges up the plasma. Player 2 dumps them. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps. Ooh, what a smart throw. Medium kick. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Is the fireball part of the corner game? Lots of aggression from both sides. Combo with the target combo. The low kick is blocked. Burns the drive gauge. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Smart throw, that'll do more damage. Will this super art connect? Sonic Hurricane! Great coverage, solid choice. So they break forward to a super art? There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Player 2 can't afford in there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Heats it up with a combo into super. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Goes for the jump in. Shows the medium kick. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? Big opportunity coming. Scrapping it out up close. A quick breather. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? No heavy. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time. So it's vital to not let that happen. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Oh, burnout on both sides? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Checks him with the projectile. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. Gets tagged by the fireball. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Superb reactions on display. Who's going to start things off? Absorbs the attack and fires back.
My turn.
Fires off the Shiksu Hadouken. Both fighters planning something? Now, can they finish the job? Both fighters are low on drive. What'll they use it on? Attack, defend, anything can happen in this situation. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Not much life difference. Checks him with the boom. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Sets up with the jump in. Throws him. The low. What now? A fireball at that range? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Clutch anti-air. The impact doesn't do anything. They were expecting that drive impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Blocks the low kick. Meets them air to air. Player 1 is on the shoots their shot. Hits that with confidence. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one hit about it.
What's wrong? Get up.
What are they gonna do? Both sides getting ready. There's a burnout. Are we gonna see it? This can lead to some big damage. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Both tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Boom! Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this kick? Are you kidding me? Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Reads the jump in perfectly. Drive boosted Hadou. Pokes with a medium kick. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Does a good job of pushing back. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Will that drive impact get punished? Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sonic boom. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Somersault kick stops them cold. Still scrapping for control of the space. Jumps in. Brushes that off and keeps going. It's a good spot to use the super. Checks him with the boom. Jumps. Grabs and throws him away. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Their drive gauge, burnout activates. Player 2 will have the low. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. A real uses that wall pressure. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Back that uses their drive gauge. Final round. The low kick hits. Excellent block. This is gonna hurt. Oh, what's this? Digs in deep to get that drive in. It's a good spot to use the super. Base it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Back into the corner. What setup? No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Connects with the throw. Oh man, this is a scary range. With the solar plexus strike, the low kick hits. A jump in, throws. Oh, here we go. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Player 2 charges up the plasma. The super is blocked. Oh my God, Rocks, they are done. Player 1 delivers the upset. That's one for the replays.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sticks out a kick, reads the jump in perfectly. Drive boosted Hado. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. The drive impact nets them a sweet punch, looking to cook them up, weaving that super art into the combo. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Life lead opens up. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Showing some real tenacity. Oh no, they're stunned. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff.
Kyle wins.
Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1.
So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Nothing but air for the impact. Misfire with a drive impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. All right, Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Combo with the target combo. Player 2 chases them down. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Taking stock. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Blocking that picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Impacts are no-go. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Still very early in the round. Both fighters planning something? Connects with medium kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Uses the target combo as a filler. Blocking that drive and KO! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Whiffing the drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Taking stock. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
A brave forward jump there to start. Throws him. What's next? Shows the medium kick. Sonic boom. They return to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. The jump-in is denied. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. What'll happen? He brushes that off and keeps going. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Counting on the super to do the job. Checks with a medium kick. Player 1 is dominant KO. Who could have guessed how that match would have turned out? Not me.
Round 1.
They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Overdrive. Decides to go in with the target combo. Player 1 is just about out of drive items. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Nice solid counter. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be their setup here? They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Takes a trip. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps in. Slips the grab. Okay, creating some space here. The pressure is so intense, KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Shows brushes that off and keeps going. Smart throw, that'll do more damage than usual. Hits them with the counter throw. The drive impact is denied. They can't squander this punish counter chance. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Pokes with a medium kick. Goes for the jump in. How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? Gut punch shreds them. Player 1 hits that with confidence. Amazing. Oh, they changed sides. The throw is denied. A single hit will do it. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Player 1 reads the throw and escapes. Jumps, anticipated that throw. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. What now? No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Connects with medium kick. This can lead to some big damage. Drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Overhead. Reads the jump in perfectly. Players stacking things in their favor with solid punches. Oh, yo! Raw super here. Adds a bit of OD spice. Throws them. Raw super art incoming. Both sides getting ready. Taking chunks out of each other here. What's this Shinko Hado gonna do? Player doesn't set the throw. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.